Hello,
Hi.
I'm Ryan. What's your name?
Logan.
Okay, before we get started, I want to go. I'm gonna let you know that this is all confidential, and that I'm not gonna tell this to anyone unless you tell me that you're going to hurt yourself, anyone else, or if you're gonna hurt anyone.
Okay.
So if you'll just sign this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So what brings you in here today?
My friends thought I should come here.
Explain to me why they thought that.
Because the relationship I'm in, and because like I'm really sad. I quit like everything. So
What makes you think or what makes them think you're that sad?
they say I don't do anything anymore, and that I never leave the house. And I don't know. They just think I'm sad. I don't think I am. I mean, my grades are all good. So, like sad people have bad grades, right?
Do you think there's anything that could have caused your sadness?
I don't know. I mean, I've been sad for like 6 years, so it's just normal.
Is it like a normal sadness, or like you feel like you can't do anything because of it? Like, does it impact your everyday life?
It depends. Like on the day.
So you'd say there's days where it's better than others?
Yeah.
But when you feel those times, do you feel like you can control it at all?
The sadness.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like you can snap out of it at certain times?
Not if I'm alone. Like if I'm alone, I can't really not be sad. I'm sad constantly if I'm alone. If I have friends or like if I'm with somebody, then it like kind of like hides it.
Mm-hmm. So you feel better when you're around friends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about your future? How do you see your future going?
Whatever my mom wants me to do. So like, I don't know. I'm going to college. So I'll graduate, get a job from that, I guess.
So there's like nothing else that makes you want to do anything else?
Not really. If I had a choice, I would just probably go straight into working in a factory until I turn 21, and then be a dispatcher or something.
So there's like what makes you happy?
Not a lot. I don't know.
I know you said your friends make you happy, like when you're around your friends.
Yeah, friends make me happy. I used to like singing a lot. But like,
Are you? So you're going to school now?
Mhm.
Are you in the choir at school?
yeah,
How is that?
boring. I'd like to be in a more like a smaller choir that's focused on like solos and stuff more, but like I don't think I'll get into it, so I'm not gonna try.
There's different types of choirs at the
Mhm.
school? What one are you in now?
The biggest one, like chamber choir,
So like how many people are in it?
like 60.
So do you think you could? I know you said you don't think you can make it to the smaller choir, but is that something that you could work on to get to?
Probably. I mean, I don't really care that much to try, so. I mean, I tried out before, but I didn't get in because, like, I never really practiced. Like, they gave us stuff in advance to practice, but my boyfriend wouldn't let me go to the practice rooms and practice, so I just kind of winged it when I got there. And obviously you can't wing a song that you don't know.
What? So your boyfriend wouldn't let you do something that you wanted to do?
No. He did not let me do that. No, he didn't, sorry. You're correct.
Okay. Are you still with this boyfriend?
Yeah.
So why are you with him
I don't know.
if he does that?
Because the thought about being with someone else scares me.
Or being alone?
Yeah.
What about your satisfaction with other things?
I don't really do very many other things. I mean, I go to school, then I go home.
Do you enjoy your classes?
Yeah, some of them. The ones I have my friends with, I like those because, like, that's the only time I really get to see them.
Is that would you say that's your favorite part about going to classes? Is just that?
My friends.
Yeah.
I like to have social interaction, but I'm not good at it, so that's the problem.
So you don't like to learn about what you're going into?
Not really. I just get by. I mean, I learn it for the day and then forget about it.
Have you thought about switching your major to something you're more interested in?
Not really, because when I graduate, I'm not going to use my major, so I'm just doing this for my mom.
Maybe you should talk to your mom about like dropping out if you don't even want to go to school.
Me and my mom don't get along, so.
What's going on?
I mean, I don't know. We just don't talk. We don't like each other. None of my family and me get along, actually.
What other family do you have?
Like my grandma and my dad, or my stepdad, I guess, and my siblings.
Who do you live with now?
My mom.
You just live with your
Well,
mom?
yeah.
But any siblings live with you?
4, yeah.
Do you spend any time with them?
The littlest one I do.
And how old is?
She's 3.
So you enjoy spending more time with kids too?
Yeah, because they don't know what's going on. They can just have fun with you, and they don't know any better. But I'm never home anyway, so.
Oh, right, with school?
No, I don't live with my boyfriend, but
Oh,
I practically do.
so you have this boyfriend who doesn't want to let you do stuff that you want to do, and you're living with him, like for most of the time. Do you see a problem with this?
I mean, yeah, but then sometimes we're happy, so it's okay.
How often?
How often are we happy?
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple times a week. I mean, we'll be happy when we first see each other, and then either I'll do something wrong or he'll be in a bad mood because of something and then he'll like get mad at me about something. I don't know.
What do your friends think about your relationships? Your relationship?
My friends think that I shouldn't be in a relationship. And then they hate my boyfriend. My mom, and actually my whole family, hates my boyfriend. Like, hates him. But that's because he doesn't let me see them, so.
So, do you want to stay with him, or like, and try to make things work, or do you want to leave him and?
Well, we broke up before, and when we broke up, I didn't know what to do, because like, I was always with him, and like, he was like, if I needed somebody, I could call him and he'd be there automatically. So like, when we broke up, and then we like blocked each other, I had no idea what to do. One, I didn't like my house, because I hadn't been there for so long, and then like, the kids in my house were annoying me because like I was used to not having those. My mom kept trying to control me and I didn't like that either. So like I didn't like the place I was living then. I didn't have anyone that I could rely on really. All my friends are always busy, so I was alone a lot. So like after like a couple weeks of us being broke up, I was like, all right, this isn't working, so I went back to him.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about trying to live on campus at your school?
Yeah, but it's really expensive. I don't really have money. I mean, I don't have money to live on campus, so.
And I'm guessing you'd be paying for your own?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't have a job or anything, because it takes away time for my boyfriend, so he doesn't tell me. I'm not allowed to have a job.
He sounds very controlling.
Yeah.
And you just go along with it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really affect me that much. I just don't have, my family doesn't like me, and my friends never see me, but.
But it doesn't affect you that much.
It doesn't affect me that much, no.
When you don't get to do anything you want.
I mean, if he
and you
comes
don't get
with
to
me,
see anyone.
if he comes with me, I can.
So why don't you try to? I'm sorry. What did you say about if you wanted to stay with him or try to be without him? Like, did you give an answer for that?
For what?
Whether you wanted to try to stay with him?
I don't know if I do or not. I mean, I'm scared to be alone, so.
Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you have good friends, so they'd be good to help you try to adjust.
I do have
without
good
him.
friends, but one of them goes to a school that's farther away, and then the other two have relationships, so they're always, and they both go to school too. So like when they're not in school, they're with their significant other as well. So I mean,
It might help if you tried to make new friends at the school you're going to.
I don't know how to do that.
Just go out and talk to people.
Random people. You just go up and talk to random people.
I know it sounds hard, but sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and try to find new people that you might be able to be friends with. Try to find people with similar interests.
But how? Like, how do I? People, it's already so late in the year that people already have friends. They already have like set groups. Like the soccer players all sit at this table in the cafeteria. Like the basketball players sit here. The soccer girls sit here. And then like usually the band and choir kids like sit in the booths with their like friends. Like I don't have any friends. I have one friend that goes here, and we usually eat together, but she's moving next semester, so it's not like. I'm trying not to get close to her because I'm not gonna be able to be her friend for very much longer, anyways.
Does she have any other friends around here? Like that?
One, but I don't think she's a nice girl, so I don't really want to talk to her.
You know something nice about the new semester? That there's so many new people that come to the school, and usually they don't have people that they come with. So they're looking to make new friends too. So if you would stay another semester, you could find new people to be around and make new friends.
But I don't know how to make new friends is my problem. Like, they're not gonna want to be friends with someone that doesn't have friends. I'm gonna.
You never know about that.
I don't know.
It shouldn't matter if you have friends
Well,
or not.
I know, but like, if you meet somebody and they don't have any friends, I'd be like, well, why don't you have friends? Like, are you a bad person? So, like, what if they think that about me?
I don't think they think you're a bad person. They probably think you're a bad person if they saw some of the friends you hanged around and they're not good people. But if you don't have any friends to begin with, then they won't know what type of person you are.
Mm-hmm. No.
So do you think that might be a good idea? Like if you would want to stay another semester?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere though either. So like, I don't know. I'll probably end up just staying here because it's easier. And I don't want to make my boyfriend mad or my mom mad, but like she's already mad at me, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
So if she's already mad, then you could just tell her that, talk about it. Talk about that you don't really want to stay in college anymore.
I don't talk to her though. I just don't. I don't like conflict. I like to avoid conflict at all costs. And I know for a fact if I go talk to her, she's just gonna yell at me. But she has anger issues.
Would you say it'd be a good idea to bring one of them into a counseling session?
Like one of who?
Either your boyfriend or your mom into a session.
My boyfriend would not do that. Because then he would think of me as weak, and he doesn't want to be with a weak person. And then my mom would not want to do that because she would get angry because there's nothing wrong with her, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with anyone in our family because we're perfect. So going to counseling would make her think that we had something wrong with us. So, no.
You haven't told them that you're coming to counseling then?
Oh, my mom knows. She just doesn't acknowledge it.
Okay.
My boyfriend doesn't know though. He'd freak out. It's a waste of money. Doesn't do anything. I could talk to him about my problems if I want to.
So why don't you try to? Have you
Doesn't talk to
tried
him?
to talk to him?
Oh, I can't talk to him. He'll just yell at me and call me stupid. Because he can make friends like that. Like, if I complain about not having friends, he goes, go make friends. Go sit with somebody at the cafeteria that you don't know and talk to them. Because that's something he would do. I don't know how to do that.
Before, a little bit ago, you said that you felt best, like you were happiest when you were around your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said when you go out, like, when you're like eating lunch or something, you only have one person to talk to, like one person to sit with. Where are all those other friends?
Different schools. My one friend
What?
doesn't go to school. My other friend goes to a different school, and then my other one, he's busy constantly, so.
So how are you talking to them?
My phone.
So you feel just as good when you're talking to them over your phone?
No, I like seeing them. I mean, they come visit me sometimes. I don't go see them ever, but they come see me sometimes.
Have you thought about going to one of their schools? That way you're still going to school, and then you can go to a different environment.
Yeah. But my one friend goes to a huge school. Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I think Kent, there's like 40,000 kids there. I don't want to go there.
That just means there's a lot more smaller groups.
Yeah, but then also
A lot
the
more smaller groups
classes are like 100 kids in a classroom.
What's wrong with that?
You don't talk to the teacher then, and then you fail. Like, if you can't talk to the teacher about stuff, at least that's how I am. I need to be able to talk to the teacher. Like, it's like, hey, I can't do this because of this. I need to be able to talk to her about it.
You tired?
Yeah, I don't sleep very much.
So you don't sleep very much either.
No.
How much sleep do you get on average a day?
I don't know, like 4 hours?
Do you sleep at all during the day? Take naps
No.
during the day?
Naps waste your time.
Do you sleep at normal time every day? Like what time do you?
I don't know, I go to bed
What
at
time
like,
range?
go to bed at like 5, sometimes 6. I get up at like 9.
So that's 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I stay up all night, and then my boyfriend goes to work, and then I go to sleep after he goes to work. And then I get
Do you have classes during those times?
at night.
Wait, you sleep at night or in the morning?
I sleep when my boyfriend goes to work in the morning. He leaves at like 5.
Okay.
So I go to sleep then, and then I wake up at 9.
Okay. So you sleep from around 5 a.m. to around 9 a.m.
Mhm.
You don't have classes during that time? Like,
No, that's very early.
you could have a class at 8.
Ew. No. I have class at 9:30 and noon, I think.
Have you ever been to another counseling session?
I went to one when I was in high school, but he was like really weird and I did not like it, so I stopped.
Did he say anything about having depression?
Yeah. But I feel like people just throw that word around, so like, oh, you're sad, you're depressed. Oh, you look kind of nervous, you're probably anxious. Like, you have anxiety, you have depression. They just throw that word around all over the place now, so. Who knows?
It is being used too commonly, but in your situation, I think you could have a depression of some sort.
Like, actually?
Yes, not fake. So I have this depression inventory that you can take.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, it won't take that long. Do you need a pen?
Yeah, I need your dragon. Jesus Christ, some of these questions are terrifying.
It's okay, just answer them as honestly as you can.
Okay, one hit me hard. Number 10. I wish I lost weight. There you go.
Thank you. Is there something you'd like to talk about?
No, my friend is just stupid.
Circle number 10.
I know, that's what I said. Number 10 is, I feel that on a personal level. I don't know if I was about to say.
About crying.
Oh, yeah, I
Crying
can't.
more than usual.
I don't cry anymore. I used to cry a lot. I don't anymore.
What happened?
I guess I'm just like, why cry about it? It's not going to change anything.
So you're sad about it, but you just don't cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let the emotions out.
Not really, not anymore.
Seems like you're kind of masking those emotions with some laughter too. See? Mm-hmm.
No way. Am I depressed? So am I depressed? Just kidding. I already know the answer because I circled a lot of high numbers.
Yeah, you seem to have a lot of the 2s and 3s circled.
I wish I had the 2s and 3s and circled on number 18 and 19. That'd be cool. But I don't.
So I see you said you can't make decisions at all anymore. Is this because something that's going on with you or because of your family members?
Kind of everything. I just don't know how to make decisions on my own. Like, I need someone to say, like, yes, that is right. You should do this.
Is this because you're getting so used to being around these people that make all the decisions for you?
I think so. I mean, I've never made a decision for myself. I don't think. My mom controlled me, and now Anthony does. So, I mean, don't know.
And you say you're too tired to do anything?
Yeah.
Can you explain on that?
I don't know. I just want to lay in bed all day. I don't want to take a nap. Like, I don't want to sleep. I just want to lay in bed, like, all day long. I'm just like, I'm very tired. I don't sleep. I just go home and lay in bed and watch TikToks or Vines or other videos.
Yeah, I think this is something we should be looking at further.
Wait, what?
Like we should be looking at your depression further and seeing how you can manage it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to get those friends that are close to you and talk to them about this.
I cannot. One of them never listens. The other one listens, but then she just turns it around on herself. And the other one's just too busy. So I just don't talk to them. I mean, I talk to one of them sometimes about my problems, but it doesn't get me anywhere. So
What about your other siblings, your stepdad, or your grandparents?
no, I'm
Isn't
never
there
home.
anyone?
I'm never home. My grandma, no. My other grandma, no. My real dad, I would rather never talk to him again. And then all my siblings are 11, 9, 3. I don't know the other one's age. It's in between. I don't know, 6 probably. So. God. Jesus.
Was that a friend?
Yeah. He wants to get dinner at 5.
Yeah, you should go out and get dinner at 5.
I don't know.
Get out with
I have
people.
to ask my boyfriend first.
Just don't even mention
No,
it
because
to
if
him.
I'm not
Just
home by a
go
certain
out.
time, it's very angry at me. So I don't think I'm going to. And I can ask my boyfriend. He's probably gonna say no.
I think you need to get out more. Get out.
Why does that awful? That's like a movie anyway. Sorry.
I think you need to get out with friends a little more. Try if you can to make new friends. Just find out your way of making friends, because there's no one way